Snowflakes drifted softly through the glowing streets of New York, wrapping the city in Christmas magic. Ethan Parker, a single dad in his mid-30s, hurried through the crowd, one hand gripping a shopping bag, the other holding his daughter Lily's tiny mittened hand. "Daddy, are we late for Santa?" she asked, her blue eyes wide with excitement. "Not if we hurry, sweetheart," Ethan smiled, though behind that smile hid exhaustion. Christmas Eve always reminded him of the one person missing from their lives, his ex-wife, Claire. They stepped into a crowded toy store, laughter and carols filling the air. As Ethan bent down to pick up a fallen teddy bear, a familiar voice froze him. "Ethan?" He turned, and time stopped. There she was. Claire. Her auburn hair tucked under a wool hat, her eyes filled with surprise and something else, maybe regret. For a moment, silence. Then Lily's voice cut through. "Mommy?" Ethan's heart skipped. He hadn't realized Claire had been close enough for Lily to remember her face. Claire knelt, tears glistening in her eyes. "You remember me?" Lily nodded shyly. "You used to sing to me." Ethan swallowed hard. Years of distance and silence suddenly felt paper-thin. The store, the people, the noise, all faded around them. As Claire reached out, Ethan felt something shift, a spark of warmth buried deep beneath the frost of old wounds. This Christmas Eve was about to change everything. Ethan didn't know how it happened, but 15 minutes later, he and Claire were sitting across from each other in a small coffee shop near the toy store. The air smelled of cinnamon and cocoa, and Lily sat between them, drawing snowmen on a napkin. It felt surreal, 3 years of silence, suddenly broken by a twist of fate and a child's innocent joy. Claire stirred her coffee, eyes lowered. "You look tired," she said softly. Ethan chuckled. "Single parenthood will do that to you." A shadow crossed her face. "I'm sorry, Ethan. I thought I was doing what was best back then. I wasn't ready to be a mom." He nodded slowly. The old pain flickered but didn't burn like it used to. Maybe because Lily had taught him what love really meant, unconditional, patient, forgiving. Lily looked up, smiling. "Mommy, can we all have Christmas together?" Claire froze. Ethan's heart clenched. He didn't want to hurt Lily, but he also didn't want to open doors that could shatter again. Claire leaned forward. "Lily, that's very sweet, but..." Then she stopped. One look at Ethan, at the way he gently brushed snow from their daughter's hat, and her words dissolved. She took a deep breath. Maybe we could. Just for her." Ethan looked at her, unsure, but the hope in Lily's eyes was impossible to resist. "All right," he said quietly. "Just one evening." Claire smiled, faint, nervous, but real. Outside, the snow kept falling. Inside, 3 hearts began to thaw. This Christmas Eve wasn't just about gifts or lights anymore. It was about second chances. Ethan's small apartment had never felt so alive. The scent of roasted chicken and cinnamon candles filled the air, and soft Christmas music hummed in the background. Lily danced around the living room in her red pajamas, proudly showing her mom the paper snowflakes she'd made. Claire watched her, eyes glistening. "She's grown so much," she whispered. Ethan nodded. "Yeah, she's my whole world." There was a long pause, comfortable, but fragile. Claire moved to the window, watching the snow. "I used to dream of this," she said softly. "A quiet home. A family. I just didn't know how to handle it when it was right in front of me." Ethan placed a plate on the table. "We were both young. We both made mistakes." She turned, meeting his gaze. "You didn't. You stayed." He didn't answer. Words weren't needed, the silence said enough. Dinner was simple but warm. Laughter echoed again, just like the old days. Lily told silly stories between bites, and even Claire laughed, the kind of laugh Ethan hadn't heard in years. After dinner, Lily climbed onto the couch, clutching her favorite stuffed reindeer. "Can we open one gift tonight?" she asked, yawning. Ethan smiled. "Just one." Claire handed her a small box wrapped in gold paper. Inside was a silver locket. When Lily opened it, she gasped. Inside was a photo, of all three of them, from years ago. Ethan's chest tightened. He remembered that day at the park, their happiest moment before everything fell apart. Claire's eyes shimmered. "I kept it all this time," she whispered. Lily looked at them both and smiled sleepily. "We're still family." And for the first time in years, Ethan couldn't disagree. Later that night, the apartment was quiet. The glow from the Christmas tree cast soft colors across the room, and snow continued to fall outside like a dream that refused to end. Lily had fallen asleep on the couch, her small hand clutching the silver locket. Ethan placed a blanket over her, then turned to find Claire watching him from across the room. "She's so peaceful," Claire whispered. "I don't think I ever realized what I gave up until now." Ethan's throat tightened. "You don't have to say that. You had your reasons." She shook her head. "Reasons don't fill the empty space in your heart, Ethan. I thought success would. I thought time would. But seeing you two tonight," she paused, voice trembling. "It's the first time I've felt home in years." He looked at her quietly, emotions swirling, hurt, longing, love that had never fully left. Just then, a tiny voice interrupted. "Mommy?" They both turned. Lily had woken up, sleepy-eyed but smiling. "What is it, sweetie?" Claire asked, kneeling beside her. Lily reached out, her fingers brushing Claire's cheek. "Stay. Mommy, stay." 2 words. So small, yet they hit like thunder. Claire froze, tears spilling down her face. Ethan couldn't move. Lily's hand slipped into both of theirs. "It's Christmas. No one should be alone." For a long, breathless moment, the three of them stayed like that, hands entwined, hearts open, past forgotten. Ethan finally whispered, "You can stay, if you want." Claire smiled through tears. "I'd like that." Outside, church bells rang midnight, Christmas Day had arrived. Inside, a family found its way home again. Sunlight streamed softly through the frosted window as morning arrived. The scent of hot cocoa and pancakes filled the kitchen, and laughter echoed once more in Ethan's home. Lily sat at the table in her fuzzy reindeer pajamas, swinging her legs as she helped decorate pancakes with whipped cream, snow. Across from her, Claire poured syrup, smiling more freely than she had in years. Ethan watched them both, his heart full. It didn't feel awkward anymore, it felt right. Like time had folded back on itself, giving them a second chance. "Daddy, look!" Lily giggled, holding up a pancake shaped like a heart. "It's love breakfast." Claire laughed softly, her eyes meeting Ethan's. "She gets that from you." He smiled. "Maybe from both of us." After breakfast, they sat by the Christmas tree as Lily tore open her gifts. Each giggle felt like a gift in itself. Claire handed Ethan a small box. Inside was a silver keychain engraved with 3 words, home. Hope. Us. "I had it made years ago," Claire said quietly. "But I never had the courage to give it to you." Ethan looked at her, emotion thick in his chest. "You didn't have to." "I wanted to," she said. "Because no matter what happened, you never stopped being my family." He reached out, taking her hand. "Then maybe this time, we can get it right." Lily looked up from her toys and clapped her hands. "Can we build a snowman now?" Ethan grinned. "All 3 of us." And as they stepped outside into the glittering snow, laughter echoing through the crisp Christmas air, Ethan realized something beautiful. Sometimes, love doesn't come once in a lifetime. Sometimes, it comes back, when you finally believe again.